The year is 1963. Britain is a nation caught between tradition and transformation. The drab austerity of post-war rationing is fading, replaced by the vibrant, rebellious spirit of the swinging 60s. But beneath the surface of emerging pop culture and burgeoning prosperity, the criminal underworld was also evolving, becoming bolder, more organized, and eyeing targets of unprecedented scale. Every night, across the country's vast railway network, a lesser-known but vital artery of British commerce pulsed, the Royal Mail's Travelling Post Office, or TPO. These weren't just mail trains, they were moving banks, especially the Up Special from Glasgow to London. It carried the week's cleared cash from Scottish banks, destined for the financial heart of the capital. It was a legendary, almost mythical target for those with audacious ambitions. At the heart of this audacity was Bruce Reynolds, not a thug, but a meticulous planner, a charmer, and a man who saw opportunities where others saw impregnable fortresses. Reynolds dreamed big. He envisioned not just a robbery, but the robbery a defining act that would etch his name into criminal folklore. He had been casing the TPO for years, watching, waiting, learning its rhythms and vulnerabilities. Reynolds knew he couldn't do this alone. He assembled an eclectic, hardened crew. Ronnie Biggs, the flamboyant charmer, Buster Edwards, the sharp-suited small-time crook, Roy James, the racing driver and fearless getaway man, and Charlie Wilson, the calm, meticulous, silent man. Each brought a unique skill, a vital piece to Reynolds' elaborate puzzle. This wasn't just a gang, it was a criminal enterprise. But the real breakthrough came from an anonymous inside man, a source within the railway system who provided the crucial, granular details, the exact carriage, the route, the operating procedures. This intelligence turned a pipe dream into a meticulously executable plan. This informant, never fully identified, remains one of the enduring mysteries of the heist. This was no smash and grab. The gang spent weeks, some say months, in meticulous preparation. They scouted locations, timed train movements, and even conducted mock drills. The precision required to stop a train, detach carriages, and unload millions in minutes demanded military-level coordination. Every man knew his role, his timing, and his escape route. August 7th, 1963. The Up Special began its journey from Glasgow, picking up cash as it rolled south. £2.6 million, an astronomical sum for the era, was consolidated into the high-value package carriage. Unbeknownst to its crew, it was on a collision course with destiny. Just past 3 a.m., August 8th, the train thundered towards Sears Crossing in Buckinghamshire. Here, the gang had tampered with the railway signals. They covered the green proceed light and illuminated a red stop signal with a battery-powered lamp. The driver, Jack Mills, saw the red light and brought his massive train to a halt exactly as planned. As Mills and his second man, David Whitby, investigated, they were ambushed. Mills was struck on the head, though thankfully not fatally. The gang then detached the valuable mail carriage and a single engine from the rest of the train, moving it a mile further down the line to Bridge Goose Bridge, where their getaway vehicles waited. This maneuver was crucial and incredibly risky. At Bridge Goose Bridge, the real work began. In a frenetic 15 minutes, the gang, using a human chain, began emptying the mail carriage. Sack after sack of banknotes, heavy with the weight of fortune, were passed from the train into waiting lorries. The sheer volume of money was almost overwhelming, a testament to the scale of their ambition. With the haul secured, the gang raced to Leatherslade Farm, their pre-arranged hideout, isolated, rural, and seemingly perfect. It was there, in the early hours of August 8th, that they finally began to count their winnings. The initial euphoria, the sheer disbelief at the mountain of cash they had acquired, was palpable. They had pulled off the impossible. In their haste and excitement, a critical error was made. The plan was to lie low, then disperse. But time stretched. To pass the hours, they played cards, they drank, and crucially, they played board games, including Monopoly. Unwittingly, they left behind a treasure trove for the police, their fingerprints not just on the money, but on every game piece, every card, every board. After a few days, the gang knew they had to move. They planned to burn the farmhouse to destroy evidence, but a misunderstanding led to a partial burning. They left, confident they had covered their tracks, ready to go to ground. But the trail they left was far more potent than any blaze could erase. The Great Train Robbery sent shockwaves through Britain. Scotland Yard launched one of the biggest manhunts in British history. Thousands of officers were deployed, roadblocks were set up. Every criminal known to associate with train robberies was questioned. The pressure to catch the culprits was immense, driven by public outrage and national embarrassment. Within days, the abandoned Leatherslade farm was discovered. It was a mess. Discarded food, empty bottles, and amidst the chaos, the police found it. The Monopoly board, the game pieces, the fingerprints. This was the golden thread that would unravel the entire conspiracy. The fingerprints led directly to several members of the gang whose records were known to the police. The arrests began swiftly, one after another. The public watched captivated as the larger-than-life figures of the Great Train Robbery were brought to justice. The trials were sensational, resulting in unprecedentedly long prison sentences intended to deter future large-scale criminal acts. Despite the convictions, only about £1 million of the £2.6 million was ever recovered. The remaining sum, a staggering fortune even today, simply vanished. It sparked countless theories, rumours of hidden caches, and a lasting criminal legend. Where did the rest of the money go? It remains one of the enduring mysteries of the Great Train Robbery. The lives of everyone involved were irrevocably altered. The train driver, Jack Mills, suffered lasting trauma. The robbers faced long, brutal sentences, with some achieving notoriety, others fading into obscurity. The Great Train Robbery became more than just a crime. It became a cultural touchstone, a symbol of audacious ambition undone by the simplest of human errors.